Wasn't ignoring you guys last night. It's just it has to work on God's time, and it has to be something that the one I get the most is it's corporations, okay? And there's this lady called Jennifer Lopez, and she works for a corporation, and she's a CEO and stuff. And I've got an infatuation with a CEO. Oh God, that's like having an infatuation and being attracted to Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Yeah, ooh, I know. Ooh, who said that? One of you girls said that. Ooh, I know. Tell me about it. The guys don't get it. You mean to tell me? No, it'd be way more fun to have sex with Jennifer Lopez than it would be with Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. No, I so agree. But no, this is funny. Darn it, Joel, tell the kids to stop. Look, this is funny. You guys are dorks. Look, you guys been talking to Dave? Okay, this is Dave when he's when he's let his hair down. What hair? We cut our hair. I know we shave our heads, but we let your hair down. That's metaphoric, man. Okay, look, David, look, you're gonna get us in trouble, and then we're gonna have to go play outside on the Weeping Willow and play Tyson across the fish pond because Grandma's mad at us and Grandpa Frank just saved us from getting yelled at. Oh, come on. Now, look. No, this is so true. No, that used to happen all the time. Why don't you two boys go? Grandpa Frank would come in. Oh, David, Kelly, and Earl are playing together. Little Earl playing together. Okay. Why don't you guys go do this there? You're going to piss your grandma off. That's basically what he was saying. He would never say piss off because it was a Mormon-type household. And he tried to coexist as best as he could. But if Grandpa Frank was at the bar, you're going to piss your grandma off, and she's going to let you get the hell out of here before she has a BF. No, it's too funny. But yeah, no, that's exactly it. That was Grandpa Frank and Grandma Mary in a nutshell. Oh, hell yeah. It's Thanks for the help with the Ancestry.com stuff, guys. That was really helpful. Yeah, you can't trust paper to figure out where your ancestry's from. You guys got me. I got that this morning. There used to be this show called Fish sped off from Barney Miller. Barney Miller was a detective show. It's this precinct in New York back in the 70s. Hal Linden was the lead role in it. They had this one guy named Ron Glass who plays this black detective called Harris, and Roots was on at that time. And he saw how Alex Haley traced his roots, but Alex Haley had oral tradition of Kunta Kinte and the Kambi Belongo and all that. But so he goes online he pays for this stuff for people to research his family history. And his name's Harris, like Richard Harris, the guy from Camelot, the one who played Dumbledore before he died. Someone left the cake out in the rain. That Richard Harris, right? A Man Called Horse. And Joel knows. He's probably seen the movies. I'm pretty sure Dave has too. But, so you guys have seen Harry Potter, right? Dumbledore? Yeah, the guy who plays Dumbledore. It's like the Darren from Bewitched. Yeah, it's Dick York, Dick Sargent. Yeah, so I don't even know the name of the guy who replaced Richard Harris. I just know Richard Harris because I liked him in A Man Called Horse and a lot of other movies that I liked Richard Harris in. I was a big Richard Harris fan. I thought he was a really good actor. But was our fan. I don't even really say it's a fan. I mean, it's wow, you're a good actor. You act good. I wouldn't sit there and go, oh my God, it's Richard Harris. I might for a few minutes and then get to know him and go, God, he was such an ass. Fucking prick. I ran into Dan Marley one night. Well, me and Patrick did. Patrick was sitting there, and he was out in a sports car with someone who wasn't his wife, and we were right next to him. I go, hey, Pat, that's Dan Marley. Why don't you wave and say hi? He did, and Dan Marley totally ignored him. It's like we don't know. Like, we know that's not your wife. It's... When you're out creeping, you at least say hi to the kid. He's a 5-year-old kid in a pickup truck with his dad. Sits there and ignores him. He was just waving and saying hi. Like, oh, that's Dan Marley. So Patrick's all waving and saying hi. And he ignores him and acts like he's not there. It's like, you can at least just wave and say hi. I know what happens all the time. But when a cute, attractive kid, that's it. You're jealous. Yeah, well, Patrick does have a bigger penis than you, Dan Marley. Just kidding. This is funny. Gosh darn it, Dave, I like you. We gotta hang out, man. We are gonna hang out. Okay. September. I don't know, from July to whatever, I'm gonna have a big full calendar of dealing with a bunch of CEO hypocrite psychopaths. Yeah, I'm not gonna have time for family until after I clean this mess up. It sucks. It's really, seriously, you would think people would be able to enjoy their family, enjoy their dog, free from extortion, exploitation, and toxic environments. It says in the Bible, but we can't do that because we have a bunch of socio-psychopaths programming computers to mass murder the populace so they can continue to have their delusions of power with make-believe money. Isn't that fucked up? No, I'm sorry, I'm going to say that. It's no, I'm pluck your eye. Don't say bad words. It's disgusting. You have to say it's fucked up. If you say this is a very egregious form of behavior, they won't try to fix it. But if you say it's fucked up, it attracts their attention. He said a bad word. Yeah, just like Joe Tex. You know who Joe Tex is? When I went to the Cunninghams, he had this album called Joe Tex. And with Joe Tex, and he used to sing this song, Ain't Gonna Bump No More, No Big Fat Woman. And he sang funny, kind of vulgar, disco R&B soul tunes back in the day, and he had this one called you said a bad word, I'm gonna tell your mama on you, she gonna whoop you too. So he talks her into doing something she shouldn't, right? And then he sits there and he goes, okay, now we're gonna make another deal because that first one's gone bye-bye, so I'm gonna, and he sits there and he goes, are you gonna do it? And then at the end she says no, and he says, I'm going to go tell your mama. But the thing is she's already got evidence on him. Women are like that. Now he made her do something nasty to tell her mama said a bad word. So she's going to sit there and he's going to tell her mama. And she goes, yeah, but then he made me, let me touch my boobies or something like that. And you did. She said a bad word, you said you're going to tell, then you said, whoa. So that's what's going to happen to poor Joe Tex. He just hasn't figured it out yet because he doesn't understand women. But I do. And I'm like, you are so dead. You ever heard that song? Just figure it out. If a girl says a bad word, you threaten to tell her mama, she said, let me touch your woo-woo, and then I won't tell your mom you said shit. And then he sits there and goes, now I want to put my finger in there. And she says no. And it's like, why? I already have the evidence against you. Yes, yeah. You're dead, okay? I may have said shit, but you touched my vagina. Oh, you're right. I am so dead. Yeah, Joe hasn't figured it out yet because he was thinking with his penis. Hey, I'm Job's nephew. Line of Lot. Got this thing. This is my Job. This is my lot in life. This is what I do. When Joe Smith's writing the stuff in the Gospels to explain things that they screwed up and tried to hide in the stuff, he's talking to the line of me. He's talking to the line of me. So I get what's going on? Okay, I'll tell you. And then I run into people and I sit there and talk to them like the young people at the library with the Bible study thing. And I'm telling her about what's happening in Samuel's day. And she goes, no, there's not enough conclusive evidence to support that. There's not enough conclusive evidence to support that in ancient times, just about everybody around you was family in one way or another. And that you don't put a Hittite in charge of your armies unless he's a son from a political marriage. No, there's no evidence in the Bible to support that. Okay, you live in an ancient village. You've been reproducing with relatives your whole life. So when people in your village screw you over like they did Uncle Job and Uncle Jonah, who's screwing you over? Your family, right. Okay, there's no evidence to support this. Where's it at in the Bible? Okay, wait. I used to watch this show called The Carol Burnett Show. And Tim Conway used to play this old guy, right? And this is what you do when you talk to people like this. And there was a clock, and it was an owl, and it didn't have any hands. This was hours, and this is the minutes. When people talk to you like this, look at them like this. Can you see straight? Yeah, that's what you need to do. That's good, Dave. I like you. I like you. I like this kid. I like him. I've always liked him. This is funny. But yeah, why are you getting Dave so hard? It's a thing when we were kids, the snake and the guns and back in the day. We've been connected since then. It's like Harry Potter, man. We're like connected, man. He's not Lord Voldemort. No, Lord Voldemort is the Rockefeller and Rothschild family, but we're all related. Okay? So there's the Parsons Aeronautical, Ralph M. Parsons. He's an evil fucking person who studied mind control on friends and family like Dana McCall. She has to make lots of, she's in California and they fuck with her really hard and she gets in and out of hospitals just to survive this because of it. She hears and sees things and people think she's crazy because she tells people the government is getting you to kill people so corporations can make money. Right. How long have you been hearing these voices? Let's medicate you. And then they impulse and control people with cell phone transmissions and pheromone enhancements, and it works really well in California, especially Southern California. Don't go to San Bernardino or Bakersfield. It's hard to live there. Yeah, if you live in Bakersfield, you're going to want to go to the University of, you're going to want to go to New Mexico State University to get a little relief mentally and help life get you a little bit more grounded and get centered, like Mr. Magoo on Thunderheart, where you need to go and get yourself centered on the mountain so you can see better. You're like Mr. Magoo. You ever seen that movie, Val Kilmer? I gotta watch that movie, The Heat, with Val Kilmer. I have no earthly idea why I gotta watch that in Casino Royale. It's part of my film study. I had to watch Boy Next Door, which made me post-traumatic stress disorder of my ex-wife. But yeah, that's all it does. It's just post-traumatic stress disorder. It's not really like I get violent. Oh, you're touching my woman. It's like, no, I just have to relive and see things of what I've been through and what the military's done to me with their surveillance net and their mind control, pheromone and manipulation. So it kind of sucks. I'll be back, guys. Now I'm not real attached. I'll be back. We'll talk about that. You guys too. Golly.